The first one, of course, is humming, and it's one of my favorites because it's so simple. And so all you do, you have to have your mouth closed to hum. All you do is inhale through the nose and then exhale with your mouth closed through the nose. So inhale. Mm. Now you notice I made one sound as I was doing that exhale, making that one humming sound. People have asked me, can you do you have to make just one? Can you go up and down? Of course, you can do any of those things. I think it's more effective, and from what I understand, because there's been a lot of studies on this, is that one long tone and a fairly high tone, kind of associated with the top of the head. It's if the musical note is actually B. So that one is the most effective in terms of generating nitric oxide and that has the most benefits. But of course, if you are just humming and you just want to hum a song, you can do that too. So why does this work? It's because when we're humming, we're creating that vibration in our throat, and that vagus nerve innervates, it touches the back of our throat. So if we're humming, putting the breath through there, creating a vibration, then that is certainly going to help. Okay, so humming is a great one. Now, another one that I really love is what's called VU breathing. And that is, it does a similar thing. It's creating a vibration in the back of the throat. So the way you do VU breathing is to inhale. And then when you exhale, you make a VU sound. Your lips are really vibrating with this one. So inhale, exhale. I can feel a really great vibration there in my throat and neck. So how about you? Try it. I'm going to do it one more time. You can try it with me. So inhale. Kind of tickles the lips, right? And you can feel that. So that's a way to use the breath to do that. A couple of ways. I mean, there's others you can do as well, but those ones are two really powerful ones. Humming, people don't know what you're doing. VU breathing, people might what the heck? So you might want to do that, maybe in private. So that's two that I really like. Now, another one. Now I mentioned this isn't so much, well, it is kind of done with the breath, but I mentioned that the vagus nerve innervates at the back of the throat and around the back of the tongue as well. So another thing you can do, this one looks a little weird, but you can inhale, and then on the exhale, you stick out your tongue as far as you can go with that sound, okay? So I'll demonstrate, and then we'll do it together. So we're going to just do a normal inhale. Always better to inhale through the nose if you can. So inhale. Exhale. I'm a little embarrassed because I have an extra long tongue. So inhale. Attractive, isn't it? Maybe not so attractive, but it is really good for your vagus nerve. Okay, so that's a couple of, three different ones now you've got that are using the breath and really around creating vibration around your throat and movement around the throat. Okay, going to move on to the second doorway now. So the second doorway is the eyes. Yes, the eyes. So again, the eyes are directly connected to the vagus nerve. It's kind of a funny thing with the eyes. We think of the eyes as being external, but they're actually an extension of our brain. They're the only part of our brain that is kind of outside the bony cranium structure. So the eyes are actually attached to the vagus nerve. So, I mean, I'm going to talk about eye movement here. So here's some things that can really help. And I did an eye movement therapy with a lady for a little while, and it was interesting, really interesting with the eyes. And you may have heard of EMDR. It's a therapy. It's eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, I think it's called. And it's kind of combining thoughts with eye movement. And that's what I did with this lady as well. It was called In a Blink, I think. And so we were making statements. She was either making statements or I was making statements at the same time, removing the eyes. And it's kind of, I guess, as a way of unscrambling some of those subconscious programming. But for now, what we're talking about is just activating the vagus nerve through eye movement. So here's one thing you can do. Just simply kind of keep your eyes at one level, looking straight ahead, and you're going to move your eyes as far to the right as you can and then as far to the left. So you're keeping your head still. We're not moving the head at all. We're just moving the eyes right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And just continue until till you need to blink or your eyes just get too tired and you can't do it anymore. Okay, I'm gonna blink. Okay, ooh. So side to side eye movement. Give that a try yourself. So we're gonna do that again. One more time. Keep the head still. The head doesn't move at all. And we're just gonna look right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Keep going until you need to blink or your eyes get fatigued. Okay, for me, that was enough. Okay, just blinking. Okay. Now, that's one. Another practice is, and it's not going to look any different when I do this, but you're going to focus near and then focus far. So what I'm doing right now, I'm looking at the camera, but I'm going to focus like on my computer screen, which is about 12 to 18 inches away from my face. And then I'm going to focus on the wall that's on the other side of the room. So several feet away or a couple of meters away. So first of all, I'm going to focus on my computer screen. And then I'm going to focus on the wall ahead. So I'm not really like moving my head around. I'm just focusing near. I've switched to near again and far. Near and far. So you can try it now. So pick something, and you could even hold your hand up if you wanted to. So hold your hand, look at your fingertips, wherever you can actually focus. If I come really close, I actually can't focus on that really well. So put your hand where you can, focus on the details of it, and then pick a point across the room. So near, far, near, far, near, and far. So just do that a few times. It's really not going to hurt. Maybe your eyes will get fatigued. And then when they do, you can just stop and maybe blink. You could even palm your eyes. This type of exercise, my friend Claudia Muhlenweg and also Bryce Applebaum talk about this, how this can actually help improve your vision as well. So another side benefit of that. Okay, so that's a couple of exercises. Now there's one I really love that would actually take a little bit longer. So maybe I'm going to do a whole separate video on that one. Let me know if you'd like to learn about doing yoga for the eyes. Okay, yoga for the eyes. Let me know if you'd like me to do that. It takes a little bit more to do that one. So I'm not going to do it today, but it's a really interesting kind of practice.